41 Action News starts right now.
A third indictment in 3 days. Who else is now blamed for a little boy's death at a Kansas water park? Plus, we'll reveal why a grand jury alleges the person who designed the water slide knew it was dangerous.
Carry the move that may allow your child's teacher to have a gun in the classroom.
And this morning, we've got a little bit of drizzle in the metro. How this might impact your morning commute coming up.
Feet lifting out of their seat. In effect, never to ride again.
More people describing their experiences on Schlitterbahn's Baruch slide. All of this as prosecutors charge more people in the death of 10-year-old Caleb Schwab on that ride back in 2016. This is the third indictment to come out just the last.
And while the water park is maintaining its innocence, former riders tell us they knew something was wrong months before. 41 Action News reporter Ariel Rothfield has the latest from Schlitterbahn.
2 months before the yellow tape and riders combed over the slide, Sarah Egan and her fiance spent the day at Schlitterbahn.
There were seriously less than 20 people at the park.
The Baruch was more chilling than thrilling.
I felt like the straps that they put on me were completely pointless, and I could feel myself just kind of quickly raising out of the seat.
Video given to 41 Action News in 2000. Straps coming off of other riders too. Now Schlitterbahn, its construction company, and 3 people, including the slide's designer, Schlitterbahn's co-owner, and the park's former operation director, have all been indicted. 14 serious injuries on the slide and ignoring industry safety standards, among other charges.
We went on everything once. We wanted to go on the water slide, and never again.
On its website Tuesday night, the company says, yes, Schlitterbahn is safe. And Visit Kansas City, Kansas still lists the water park as a family-friendly attraction.
It's the very first drop was just, if my fiance didn't have his legs kind of squeezing me and me holding on pretty well, I don't know if things would have happened differently, but it definitely, we got off the ride. It was the first thing we talked about.
Ariel Rothfield reporting there. Schlitterbahn released an updated statement calling the 3 men innocent, saying in part Baruch's designer has designed slides all around the world.
Also saying everyone has an attraction or feature based on his designs and ideas. The family of Caleb Schwab, the boy who died on Baruch, released a statement Tuesday saying in part, while we have no control over the investigation, we have full faith and Derek Schmidt and his office as relates to last week's indictments, adding, clearly the issues with Schlitterbahn go far beyond Caleb's incident, and we know the Attorney General will take appropriate steps. To read the full statement, just go to our website, kshb.com. There you'll find several articles detailing this case. We will keep you, of course, updated as we learn new information, and it's coming in at all times. You can receive alerts also on your phone. We post them there. Just download the 41 Action on the App Store.
New developments after a hoax hostage call led to a police killing of a Wichita man. State lawmakers are pushing for tougher penalties for making false calls to police. Now they're waiting for Kansas Governor Jeff Colyer to sign the bill. The bill makes fake calls that lead to a death a felony, similar to second-degree murder. State lawmakers approved the plan yesterday. Well, for 2 hours, teachers, parents, and school leaders from across Kansas voiced their opinions yesterday. A bill that would make it easier for teachers to carry weapons on school property. The bill is called the SAFER Act. It prevents companies from charging, quote, unfair premiums to districts with concealed carry. The legislation would also create Safer Schools endorsement on licenses for teachers and staff. Both sides came out to let their voices be heard.
House Bill 2789 is a step towards the peace of mind that our children will not fall in another school shooting. Our board and our patrons believe we are providing all the protection available while keeping the focus on our purpose, teaching and educating children.
Lawmakers must schedule another hearing on the bill before it can move forward. Missouri lawmakers are debating a bill that calls for consequences if a police officer discriminates against someone based on their race.
Right now, there are no penalties in place if an officer does. The proposal creates disciplinary levels, including firing, counseling, or training for an officer. It also calls for stricter guidelines on when an officer can search a vehicle. This comes after the NAACP listed Missouri as an unsafe place to travel for minorities. A report from the state attorney general's office revealed African-American drivers are 75% more likely to get pulled over than white drivers in Missouri. Well, it's 4:36 right now this Wednesday morning, tracking a few
little bit of mist,
showers,
a little bit of mist out there, right?
A little bit of drizzle. Yeah, that on my way in.
Yeah, there's a little bit of drizzle, and I saw that as well as I was coming in, but it's not going to last all day. In fact, we'll see it wrapping up this morning, but it may just slow you down a little bit. Taking a look at our weather track radar, we have got the drizzle, but also just a few little heavier showers anywhere from Greenwood, Harrisonville, up towards Lexington, and over towards Richmond. Now, this right here is moving off towards the northeast. Most of us, though, are quiet. The rain, the heavy rain, is well off towards our south into portions of Cincinnati, Memphis, all the way down towards Dallas and San Antonio, where they actually have flash flood warnings in effect this morning. None of that here. In fact, we may just get a few light showers this afternoon. Looking at visibility right quick. 2.5 miles down in Clinton, so be careful if you are traveling from Clinton or going to Clinton this morning. And live look outside from KB Complete Skyview Network downtown, looking pretty good. 31 degrees in Hiawatha, 42 in Sedalia, 43 in Lawrence, and 37 in Maryville. Again, this morning we'll deal with some drizzle and even some patchy fog, mainly towards the south and east of the metro area. 41 degrees by 9 a.m. under mostly cloudy skies, and 11 a.m. 42 degrees. Isolated shower this afternoon, cooler on Thursday. Your 7 days coming up in a few short minutes.
Thanks, Nicole. KU leaves for the Final Four today. They're expected to arrive in San Antonio later this evening.
They're playing Villanova this Saturday. The players are in the same spot they won their last national championship in 2008. They're hoping to capture some of the magic 10 years later. 41 Action News spoke with some of the players who say they're excited to be in this position.
I'm so excited. We have a little board in our locker room that says KU appearances in the Final Four, and they changed it up and put instead of the 14, the 15. So I just think of all these years, of all these great players that's been here, only 15 teams have been to the Final Four. So I just got to take this opportunity and make the most out of it.
Going to be a really good game out there. The city of Lawrence is preparing for mass celebrations on Mass Street again this weekend. The street will be closed from 6th to 11th Street. That starts at 5 a.m. that morning. Vehicles parked in that area will be towed past 5 a.m. The city will offer park and ride options from Memorial Stadium. You just have to be there to go over there. That starts at 11 o'clock in the morning and wraps up an hour after the game ends.
And fans can watch Saturday's big game on the video board at Allen Fieldhouse. The doors open at 6:30. You can get in free, including parking. Not bad. Be sure to stick with 41 Action News for team coverage. Our crews are hitting the road today for San Antonio. Our first live report starts tonight at 6. Mick Schaefer, Dee Jackson, and Kevin Holmes will bring us coverage the next several days right here on 41 Action News. Well, there will soon be more patrols on Kansas City buses. It's part of a push to keep these types of incidents from happening. Tuesday, the city announced 2 Jackson County deputies will be added to the public safety team. Along with adding deputies, and the sheriff's office is also deputizing 2 Kansas City police officers to address issues outside the city limits.
In the wake of the new tax law, the move to make sure your take-home money is the right amount.
And this morning, if we take a live look at the stadiums, we've got the wet roads, a little bit of drizzle. How this will impact your morning commute coming up.
Working hand in hand, we hear from a local group of students who are headed to the world's robotics competition. The story you'll only see on 41 Action News. We'll be right back. You're watching 41 Action News, clear, complete coverage.